Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Mary, and today I have a little haul for you, and then we will start to make a journal out of an Amazon envelope. So today will be a little bit different because I really haven't done a tutorial or a craft with me before, so we'll see how this goes. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, from Diane H, I got a sewing sort of package from her, a vintage sewing package. Let me grab all this stuff. And so I got these vintage wooden spools in these really pretty colors. So I really like those. And then I got these little papers from seam binding and stuff like that you could make into pockets in journals or like embellishments. Here's some from Rick Rack. And then she even included this, and I wasn't sure what to do with this, but I do have an idea now. It has this on the back. So you'd have to use it in a larger journal, but still, it's still usable. I got a Sewing Susan, which I was really excited about. Lots of these, the hooks and eyes. And here's another needle case, or needle book. Isn't that pretty? And I thought this was different. So I liked that one. And then some more of the hook and eyes. Some buttons. And this is like perfect colors. I love these colors. So this will be great to use. Either to wrap some twine around or some ribbon, or just to use as an embellishment in a junk journal. And here's a bunch of different needles. Some more of those hook and eye. And then here's this neat little needle book. I thought, we could even make something like this with the felt leaves inside. So that's pretty cool. And here's some seam binding, the flex lace. And then some more of those papers. Isn't that pretty? So I just thought those were good ideas. And then she even included this book. It's 100 embroidery stitches. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this or not. But if you look inside, I mean, it gives you really good instructions on how to do these stitches. And I just thought, I might actually use this. It's pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to be keeping that. And then she sent some fiber. So I thought that was really nice. I liked that little package. And then from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds, I bought these cigarette cards. They're really pretty. She always has such reasonable prices too, especially for shipping. She's really good at shipping. Even though she's from Canada, and you think it'd be a lot more expensive to ship to the US, but she knows how to do it. She's very experienced. But these are great, obviously, to tuck into little pockets or side tucks. And, it even has all the information on the back, too. But I just got a bunch of these. I think I got all that she had left. They go fast, so she had a ton of them, but I just got the last of them. I don't know where she finds all this great stuff, but she is just, I don't know, amazing at these yard sales or flea markets. So I got those. Let's see here. And then a couple of my favorite finds are coming up next. The last of my vintage items are these. I got some more angels to go to my collection. I got this little white one. Isn't she darling? So she's got the little tinsel on her ankles and this crazy white hair and the crown, and I love her makeup. Mid-century modern, she's gorgeous. So these are, you know, pretty expensive, but I got one at a estate sale, and so now I'm collecting them because they're so cute. I never thought that I'd have one before because they were so expensive, but now that I got the one cheap, I think that I can find the others at reasonable prices, and then I can have the collection of them. So now I'm just looking for the pink one, the hot pink one, because if you see here, I ended up getting the blue one too. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, she is just gorgeous. She does have some like issues right here. She's got a little rip in her eyelash and one right here above her eyebrow, but other than that, she is perfect. I mean, I was so excited to see her on Etsy. So I got her from Jolly Rosetta, and she was pretty expensive. I think she was like 70 bucks. So I did pay up for her, but I don't know. I just haven't seen the blue one for sale in a long, long time. And I looked on the sales records on eBay, and I don't know. I just thought it was worth it. So I'm really happy with her. And now for some new stuff. Here, I'll put these here so you can see them. They're so pretty. I got some more Kathy Holden items. They finally came out with her Christmas items, and I'm really excited. The journal that we'll be making is going to be mostly Kathy Holden items. In mine anyway. You don't have to create yours like that. But she has some really neat stuff. So here's the stamps that I got from Kathy Holden. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, you've got this airmail. I love this postcard one. I mean, that's just classic. So these are just really pretty. And then here we've got the littler stamps. These are called Handmade Holidays. And they're so cute. I think these are really neat at the bottom, these running reindeer. And this Santa, he is just adorable. So yes, I got those. I also picked up the ephemera. And there's what you get in there. I'll take a few pieces out so you can see what's in there. Let's see. And it does open so you can close it back up. So these are nice packages. Good choice, Kathy, on the packaging. So you get this type of stuff in there. This cute stocking. Nice size pieces too. And this is called Christmas Flea Market Finds. Look how pretty that is. Then you can see a little bit more in here. But I don't want to take them all out so we can spend some time journaling today. So yes, I got those. Let me move these over there. And I also got these ones, and these are so cute as well. She just has this really neat style, you know? I mean, it's totally vintage, which I love, but it's just classic, you know? Classic Christmas. Here, let's open these two so we can see a few of them. Oh, I don't want these jingle bells to fall out. They're too cute. I don't know if you remember in my other haul, she has this jingle bell fabric, which is gorgeous. But look at these little bells. Isn't that so cute? Looks like a real bell. Sorry, my hands are all red. That's from my quilt making last night. I was burning the midnight oil making the binding, the bias binding for my quilt, and it's all done, and I can't wait to show you in a video coming up. But here are the ephemera pieces. She's just got some really nice ones, you know, and they're not all like, I mean, you could use this almost any time of the year. It's so pretty. That's just what I mean by classic. Sorry, my hands are always shaky. I don't know if I've told you before, but I have a spinal cord issue, so I have shaky hands, but luckily they're not worse than they are. Here's this beautiful Christmas tree. And this cute rocking horse. So there's some of those. And then you can see a little bit more in the package now that I got those out. But the ephemera that she puts together, oh my gosh, I just love them. So I had to get 2 packages of each of those. I also got some paper pads. Oops, some more of those bells just went flying. I think there might be a hole in my package. Here is the paper. Look at how pretty this is. My goodness. She just outdid herself. I love this cabin. It reminds me so much of our cabin up north when I was little. This is so pretty too. I just like that these pages have a lot of texture in them, or faux texture I should say, because they are flat, but I mean they just look like these flowers are coming right out at you. I love this one. It looks like, you know, old wallpaper. These look like those ceiling tiles. Very cute. All different like picture frames. All different colors. I like the golds. Those are really pretty. And then we're back at the cabin again. Love that. So there's that one. And then we also have, that one was called Christmas Velvet. This one is called Home for the Holidays. And look at these prints. So pretty. And I just wanted to let you know too that I got these from Spellbinders. That's who sells the Kathy Holden products. I don't know if there's anywhere else that carries her products or not, but Spellbinders is where I'm finding these at. Oh, I love the fade on the side of this. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Oh, this is really pretty. Oh, the flowers are so pretty. Oops. Oh, and here's the holly. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. I love the bells. I love how big this is too. So nice that you could just use it as a whole journal page. Just fold it in half and use it. It would be a great center page. I think we're starting over again here. Yep. So there's that one, and that one again is called Home for the Holidays. Then I got one more pad, and this one is called Flea Market Finds, and this is the Neutrals Palette Sampler. And I just like this one. It reminds me a lot of the correspondence paper pad that Tim Holtz had. It's really a nice paper pad that you can use all year long. And it's just gorgeous. I mean, look at this lace. And I love this. You know, I sort of wonder if she actually has this letter. That would be so cool. I mean, somebody's got to have it, right? But this is such neat writing. This is really pretty too. Some like houndstooth. I always love a page with roosters on it. And this is different. That reminds me of like the front pages in an old like encyclopedia book. Shiplap. Student's notebook. That one's a cool one. And then back to the lace. So those are all my Kathy Holden products. Love them all. I hope you do too. If you do, head over to Spellbinders. Now we're heading over to scrapbook.com where I got a few things. First of all, I was enabled by Jen, Strawberry Cream 39. Thanks, Jen. I saw this on her channel, Nitpicky, this petite paper pad by Lawn Fawn, and look at how cute this sweater print is. Oh my goodness, I could not pass it up. I love anything like textured sweater print. So we'll just look through this really quick. But I just love it. Love all the colors. I think it's so cute. But there's that. I also got a 12 by 12 of that. And that's so pretty. And then the back. I just love this color. It's called Baby Blanket. I also got for free the new issue of Scrapbook and Cards Today, the fall 2022 issue. Also for free with my order, I got this shape die, and it's the House Shaker die. I thought that was pretty cool. It didn't even increase my shipping, so of course I added it to my cart. And this is why I really placed the order, is because I really wanted this Concord and Ninth die, this Rainbow Stitches and Strings die. Isn't this so pretty? I just love the, again, the texture of this. So I can't wait to use this one. And I did pick up a couple Lawn Fawn items too. I got this little Make Lemonade stamp and die set. I love the little ones. They're just so cutesy. And then lastly, I got the Lawn Fundamentals holographic paper. Isn't this so cool? And wouldn't that be cool when you're making like a cauldron and to have this coming out the top of it? So that was my thought there. I just thought this was so cool. So I got that too. So that's it for my haul, friends. If you'd like to stick around and learn how to make a journal out of an Amazon package, I'd love that. But if not, you're just here for the haul, that's okay too. We're just going to do the beginnings of the journal here. And then in subsequent videos, we'll do more and more. So let me move this stuff out of the way. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is like the Amazon packaging that you would receive in the mail. And it's like a big envelope that would pad your items. And then let's see here. In the inside, this is what it basically looks like on the inside when you cut it open. It has like these little foamy pieces. So I just cut that. And I did do some doodling and some writing on the other side of this, but you're not going to see it by the time that we have this journal made. So it's really not going to matter. But the size of this one that I'm making is 12 1/4 by 5 3/4. You can make it whatever size you want, depending on whatever envelope you have. So we can just go from there. But basically what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fold this in half. And this is sort of hard to do, so maybe you want to put a pencil or something in the middle here, because the middle doesn't really want to fold very easy. See how it like crinkles in there? But just get it to where you think is the middle and get a nice line going down there, because you want to know where to put the binding. Am I saying that right, or am I getting this all confused with my sewing last night? The spine. The spine is what I'm talking about. So I just use a piece of cardboard, I guess, and what I used this from is from the scrapbook.com order that I just got. This came in there to hold the paper so it wouldn't bend. So I'm just using packaging items basically to make this journal. So I just cut this to size. Let's see here. So let's open this up. Let's see, the middle is about right here. You can see from the fold. So you want to put this right in the middle of the middle. And how you know how big to make this, let's see. Let me show you. You make it as tall as the book is going to be, so 5 3/4 tall, and then you make it however wide you want your spine to be. So in this case, mine is just under 2 inches. So you can make yours 2 inches, you can make it 1 1/2, you know, just depending on how you want your book to look. So there's that, and so I'm gonna glue this. Well, actually, is that the first step that I'm gonna wanna do? I probably wanna put the fabric on first before I glue this. I think that would make it easier. So I'm going to go ahead and decide what fabric I want to put on. So I've got these Kathy Holden fabrics, and they're really gorgeous. Look at this one. This is a Christmas one, and this is basically like a collage of all of her little ephemera. The birds and the music paper and the ribbon. I just love this one. So I don't know, I might do that one. And this one is just a layout of all of the ephemera. So that's what this one looks like. And I don't know, this might be just too big for this small Yeah, a small journal. So I'll probably use the other one, but this is really pretty too. So let me reach under here real quick. Oh. And this is what we're gonna do. Oops, my light's gonna fall. We're gonna take our spine that we made and we're gonna fabri-tack it to this. And I'm not good at editing videos, so what you see is what you get. Okay. And again, here's the middle line right here. And so I'm going to put this right in the middle of that. And you can sort of see if this works out while it's drying, just to make sure, by folding both of the sides over. Seeing if they meet in the middle. So, and if they don't, it's no big deal either, because you can always trim it off at this point. So as you can see, mine looks like it's a little off. Probably because this didn't fold all the way because of the little bumps in the Amazon package. So that's no big deal. I can always make a little cut and make this the same size. We'll just measure it after this dries a little bit and see where we're at. So let's see. This side is about 5.5, and this side is, sorry, that's not 5.5. It's, yeah, it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this side is almost 5.5, and this side is exactly 5. So this side is way longer than this side. Wow, I was way off. See? That's no good. So we're going to have to cut this down to 5. So let me get my little, I don't really do a whole lot of measuring, except for with this little measuring tape I got here. So we're going to cut it off there. Okay. So now we got that all straightened out. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to get some fabric on here. So I do want to do that collage fabric, but now we need to measure it out. So this is not 12 1/4 anymore, because I just cut some off. It is almost 12. So we'll just say 12. So let's take some of this fabric. Probably should have cut this out before, but I like you to see all the steps. You know, it's easier that way. Or you could just do like this too. Just put it on here and just do a rough estimate. So let's see. You want it to overlap the sides a little bit. So let's see. You probably want to rip it here. We'll just put it right there. See how official this is? I hate measuring, so in there. And so the easiest way to do this is to rip it, actually, and I don't know if all of you know that, but I learned that when I was just learning how to junk journal. So we'll do this side first. You make a little cut where you need it to be, and then you just rip down the side here until it gets to about, sorry, I'm not in frame here, until it gets to about this line that we marked down this edge. Okay, and it rips, you know, a straight line. So let's do the other one. Okay. Okay. And I usually just cut these off. Now we got a piece of fabric that'll fit our journal. So I'll just put this down to the side after I knock my lamp over again. And let's cut off the selvage here. You don't even have to do that, really. We'll just keep it on there. So let's bring our journal back over here and lay this flat. And so this is how it's going to look. And then you're going to bring it around, right? And you're just going to have a little bit on this side. So you're not going to actually cover this entire side. You're just going to make sure that this entire side is covered. And also make sure that when you're doing it that you have, I mean, at this point, there's no really up or down, right or wrong way to put it on there. So that's good. But let's go ahead and put the Fabrifix on there after I cut the little strings off, because that makes me, I don't know, I'm just nitpicky like that. Makes me crazy. Okay, the next thing is let's put our Fabrifix on here. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying this. I like to show you how to do things. I just know that I'm very slow. I'm a very slow worker, so it's hard for me. But I do enjoy this. I like to show people what I know. So that the skill isn't lost with me. And I know I'd overdo it with the glue. I'd rather overdo it than underdo it though, because you put a lot of time into these journals, you know? You don't want to underdo it with the glue and then realize that it's not going to stick on there. But I use this little silicone brush to spread the glue out, because otherwise you get some bleed through on the fabric usually. So I just try to spread it out a little bit so that you don't get that bleed through on the fabric. But you got to do it sort of fast because it's drying already. Oh, I don't got enough on this side. Sorry if my head's in the way. And I don't got enough on the top now. An easier way would have been to lay this on top of the fabric like this. So I'm just trying to adhere the fabric to the Amazon packaging. And now I do the inside, and I do the same way. I first tuck in the corners. I tried to spread it out a little bit. So I just do the corner like that. And by the way, I know it seems like I'm ruining this silicone brush here by using all that Fabrifix on it, but once it dries, it literally just peels right off that silicone brush and it's like brand new. So no big deal there. And now I do the bottom. Sort of like when you're doing a quilt, you do the bottom first. Okay. Oops. Then I sort of spread it. Try not to get that bleed through, even though most of this is going to be covered up with paper anyway. But it's still nice to keep a neat journal, right? And then sometimes I use a knife to make sure that this part is getting into the little curve here. Okay. Let's do the other side. So what do you think so far? Pretty easy? I hope so. Got the string stuck on my fingers. Now my fingers are all gluey. And now we'll do the sides. And you know, you can always fast forward me during this step too, if you know what you're doing, right? And do this other side. And we've got the makings of a journal here. So yeah, look at that. Let's make sure that these top ones are sort of going in there. Let's make sure that these strings are getting cut off. Okay. So there you are. There's the beginning of your journal. So now we got to let it dry, because I am going to go ahead and sew around the perimeter of this so it looks really nice and neat. And I will probably use upholstery thread because it's really nice and thick. So I think that that is probably my best bet. And for sewing, I just have a really cheap Singer machine, so it's nothing special, but that's all I'm using for this project. That's all I use for my quilt as well, so you can pretty much do anything with any sewing machine you have. It's just easier with some sewing machines, I think. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you learned something and had some fun. And in the next video, we will continue on with the journal, and hopefully I will have some more stuff to show you. So until next time, friends, thanks so much. Please like and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye-bye.